Tune in to UFO Undercover, Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, with your host, Joe Montaldo, right here on the Paranormal Radio Network.
Welcome to Negotiating Happiness, the show that helps you find happiness, success, and balance in your work and life. I'm Adriana Fiestra, your host for this journey into entrepreneurship and personal growth. We're broadcasting live on 107.7 and 105.3 FM in New Orleans as part of the United Public Radio Network. We explore the latest strategies, insights, and stories from successful entrepreneurs and experts. From managing stress to building a thriving business, we've got you covered.
Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Sunday night edition of Into the Night with me, your host, Sean Kelly. Hello, Miss Simpson, Cindy Simpson. Hello, Miss Stoney. Good to see you. Thank you for popping into the room. I want to thank you, PRN Talk Radio, 105.3 New Orleans, 107.7 Mississippi, for allowing me to give you my hour time to you guys. On Sundays and Tuesday nights, 8, 10, 9, 10 on the same platform. I really do enjoy coming on Sundays and Tuesdays because I get to spend it with my friends. For everybody out there in the 200 plus different countries that we do broadcast into, I want to give you a warm hello from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So the month of October is ADHD month. It's an awareness month for people who have ADHD, and I just want to give a shout out to all the people out there who are having a problem with it. I surely am, but it took me 50 years to realize that I do have it. Okay, and what was crazy about it, I'm not going to dwell too much upon this, but growing up, my teachers in school, I don't think ADHD was like even thought of back then 50 years ago. I don't know. But at that time when we were going to school, I was considered lazy. Because my mind was really, really going everywhere, and I was always tired and everyone thought I was depressed and stuff like that. But come to find out 50 years later, hey, Michelle, good to see you. Thank you for stopping in tonight. And so here I am. And that's something new that I got to deal with, and I'm doing okay with it. But I have an interesting show today. You see, now, the last 2 weeks, with all the flooding down in Tennessee and North Carolina, and that major hurricane that came through Florida, it's been a rough 2 weeks for everybody, okay? And there's a lot of animosity with the election coming up, and there's just so much negativity out there, and I'm thinking, I really seriously put a lot of thought into today's show. I thought about why not, it's been 2 weeks, over 2 weeks. Why can't we have a happy show, and just discuss Happy Halloween? You know what I mean? And, I thought about it at the beginning. I said, no. Hey, Heidi, good to see you. Much love from you to you too, Heidi. And I figured, why not have a happy show? So we're going to do Halloween fun night tonight is what I call it. But also, if you read the description of the show, it says, I'm going to pose this question to everybody out there. Where would you go if you were a spirit or a ghost? Same thing, but where would you go? Have you ever thought about going anywhere? When you know you're a spirit and you can go anywhere in the world you want, if you're alive, don't know if they have any rules out there in spirit world. But I was wondering, does anybody have any answers to that? Where they would like to go? Who would they like to see? Who would they like to haunt? You know, that's a biggie. My list is about that big. Who I'm going to haunt. But I was just wondering. Stony says 101 people I'd haunt. 101. Michelle says, I wouldn't be hanging around my dumpy apartment. I'd be visiting George Clooney and Brad Pitt. Good girl. Good. Heidi says, I would love to go and explore so many places. And Atlantis for sure. I'm going to have a show on that, Heidi, about Atlantis. They do claim it's like the first city ever built here on Earth. But I don't know. It might be in November that I bring up Atlantis. But I'm just glad to see all kinds of happy faces in here. I don't know what I would do. I really seriously thought when I wrote that question that, yes, Heidi, yes. Heidi says, cool, always has intrigued me. And River says, good evening, Sean and everyone. Good evening to you, River. Thank you for popping on tonight. I truly appreciate it. River, I posed a question to everybody in the room and even out there all over who's listening and watching the show tonight. So, River, my question is, if you were a spirit, parentheses, ghost, where would you go? Where would you like to go? What would you like to do? Think about it, Miss River Rose, and be looking forward to your answer. And Cindy says, I definitely would hang out around the Niagara Falls. Ah, that's pretty interesting. Well, so I thought about this question for myself, and since it's like I'm being drawn to Gettysburg, I would hang out a lot in Gettysburg. I would try to go to the different battles during the Civil War. Okay. And maybe, visit my son, or something like that. I mean, we'll go up into Alaska, Colorado, and go look at all the people mining for gold, prospecting gold. So it's kind of like a tricky question, I would think. God only knows, what I'd be doing. Heidi says, Space Needle in Seattle and go to the underground tunnels at the Denver International Airport. Yes, you can, Caitlin. Please do. Please play. You tell us where you would like to be. Because later on in the show, I also came up with I found some Halloween trivia questions that I'd like to share with the group tonight. Just so everybody can relax and get your minds thinking. It is Sunday. It is the end of the week. So, or to start, however you want to look at it. And get your minds going for Monday morning. I don't know. But yeah, for me, wherever. Or I just tag along and look at the other things that the spirits and ghosts are doing. You know, am I going to completely stay in one place? I seriously doubt it. I really hope not. But I'd go. And thinking about it now, okay, I'll be able to walk through walls, okay, and I'll be able to walk up and down steps and make a lot of noise, and especially the people who don't believe in ghosts. And I don't want to drive them crazy. Or maybe I could be that Casper. Egypt. Caitlin says Egypt. That's interesting. River says, oh, okay, here we go. River, okay. River says, oh my Sean, where would I not go is a better way to put it. Definitely I would visit those I know and love and leave little moments in almost every historical place, and maybe a couple of cool tricks on those who deserve it with humor, of course. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah. Um, I don't know. That sounds, I mean, that's a great thing to do. But I don't know about playing cool tricks because, hopefully that my anger issues are like, kind of like gone by now. They're slowly going away. But you know what? That sounds interesting. Playing tricks. Instead of scaring people, just play tricks on them. That's right, spookers. Halloween. Heidi says exploring as a ghost would put a whole different perspective. And Caitlin come back. That was Heidi. And Caitlin Cranby said, "No, I wouldn't be ghost 1,000 at a haunted mansion." Oh, you would be. Oh, okay. You would be ghost 1,000 at a haunted mansion. Um, so my brother, speaking of mansions and houses and ghosts that haunt them, my brother came up with this idea a long time ago. Now, some of you have met my brother here during the show, and sometimes he's funny in hell. He really, really is. If you think he's funny here on the show here in the chat room, he's a hell of a lot funnier in person. And so one time, during an investigation, we sat around and we started talking. And he says, I just came up with this good idea, Sean. I said, what's your good idea? He said, why can't we find a house for wayward ghosts? So they have a place to go. I said, what are you going to do? Charge them rent? He said, no. I said, think about it. There's probably a ghost out there that has no place to go. So why don't we have a house for him? But see, I'm not as funny as my brother because I can't put the joke over as well as he can. But it was really, really, it was really funny. Now I have another thing that my brother brought up, and I do this once a year around this time. I bring this up to my people who are watching the show, and I would like to have your answers on this. If a ghost looks in a mirror, does he think he's a ghost? Now, let me repeat that. If a ghost looks into the mirror, does he think he's a ghost? I'll let you dwell on that for a little bit, I don't know. But people have been asking me, and I really wish I could find the picture. I have like 3 laptops. And we were doing an investigation up in Leechburg, PA. It was a farmhouse. And so we were down in the cellar. There was a bedroom down in the cellar. Okay. And so we're there, snapping pictures and running the K2 meters. River says, I guess only a ghost knows that answer. Ah, good girl. Good girl. But so we were down in Leechburg sitting, and I was taking pictures. And personally, me, whenever I go on an investigation, I love taking pictures directed at the mirror. I like doing that because mirror is the gateway to the other dimensions, and that is the truth. And what's really, really interesting about that, if you put two mirrors facing each other, okay, and you shoot right down the middle with your camera, you take pictures right down the middle, I can guarantee you will definitely catch something paranormal, a ghost walking in between different dimensions. It has worked for me. So if you ever want to do it, just get two mirrors, put them together, and take pictures right down the middle. You'll be surprised what you can get. But yeah. So I like what River said. I guess only a ghost knows that answer. Yeah, that's true. But it would be quite interesting. Yes, very, very interesting to know what you could actually do if you were a ghost. Now, a guy, a friend of mine, he always brought this up whenever we went out on investigations. He would say, "Do ghosts have rules out there in spirit world?" What do you guys think, Michelle, Cindy, Heidi, River? Do ghosts have rules out there in spirit world? Or do you think they can go anywhere they want to go? Or do whatever they want to do? Now, they do say that a lot of spirits and ghosts, they get attached to things. If there was one thing that you have today, right now, and would you attach yourself to that object that you have? You know, everybody, would you be attached to that? So we'll say salt and pepper shakers. Say like Michelle has salt and pepper shakers, and she really loved them salt and pepper shakers. Okay. Now, do you think Michelle will go to wherever those salt and pepper shakers would go? Who knows? Heidi says, I think some are locked to the land or whatever, but I think some may take on rules. Interesting, Heidi. What kind of rules, Heidi? I'd like to know about that. That was an interesting. That was an interesting thing. Michelle says, great question. I wonder what rules and laws apply to them or for them. And Stoney says, I think depending on the genetic codes, attachments is your distance, as well as dimensions you can access while here. Oh, Heidi says, helping a loved one out, for example. Well, you know that a lot of spirits, when a person dies, that their shell. This is the shell. The skin is the shell, but the spirit moves on, and that's like one of the top reasons why spirits don't go anywhere. I mean, I believe that when you die, the light opens up, and you have that opportunity to go into the light. But a lot of people are afraid to go into the light. Some are, some aren't. But there are, you die. And you're like, okay, I need to stick around and like Heidi said, help somebody. She calls them soul contracts. Okay. Cindy says, I would be attaching to something my children would keep upon my death. Oh, I like that. Well, I like that answer, Cindy. That was a good response to that. But it just kind of makes you think. It made me think for a day on what would I do? What would I do if I wanted to be a ghost? Where would I go? But I definitely am going to go to Gettysburg, and check out all the soldiers out there. Heidi says, unresolved death if they were murdered. Yes, true. But here's the big one for that, too, about people not going to the light right away, too. Say you got a married couple that's been married for 65 years. They did everything together, everything. The husband, wherever the husband went, the wife went. I mean, they were inseparable. And all of a sudden, the husband dies. And his wife is in a lot of hurtfulness, anger, is like totally lost. Can't help herself out. Can't. I mean, she's just totally depressed. Do you think the husband would leave his wife in the state of mind that she is in? My answer would be no. If I was married and I saw my wife not accepting the fact that I am deceased, I would be like, no, I'm not going to leave her. Not until she, is okay with me being dead. Stone says amputees feel phantom senses when they die. Are the whole again reconnected as spirit self? Good question, Stone. I never really put no thought into that, but that's a good question. Heidi says, nope, most wouldn't leave. True, they would not leave. And there's my brother. Yeah, brother, you are the best. Why, thank you, Patrick. I appreciate that. Patrick, meet Stony, Heidi, Cindy, Michelle. They're all in the room. Sure. Say hello to Patrick. That's my brother. I'm glad he's in here tonight. But back to what Stony said. Amputees feel phantom senses when they die. Are the whole? I would think they would be whole again. I really do. I remember my cousin. He had a son that was really, really in dire need. Joe Fox, good to see you, sir. And he was disabled from the beginning, and when he passed, and after the funeral, my cousin said now he can go and play with the boys that he couldn't play with when he was alive. That struck a chord inside me. It struck an interest. It just struck something nice to me. Joe, question is before we move on. If you were a ghost or a spirit, what would you do and where would you go? All right, buddy. It's if you were a spirit, where would you go? What would you do? So as Joe dwells on that question, and I want to thank everybody for talking or answering questions and responding in the chat room. Now, question number 2, and this should take us to the 30-minute mark. Then we get into the quizzes. If you were supposed to go to a Halloween party, what would you dress up as? What costume would you wear or want to wear? If you had to go to a Halloween costume party, and in order to get to this party and be in the party, you have to get dressed up, what would your costume be? Stoney says, when my 10-month son died, he hung around for months at first, and then later visited for a few years now. I know when I'm just a thought on his mind. Stoney says, a medieval wench for her. That's interesting. I'd go as a psychic, because I used to like to dress up, but I'd go as a psychic is what I would do. and just go in plain clothes, and people would come up to me and say, "Well, who are you?" I'd say, "I'm a psychic," and just let it go at that. Or I'll get one of my butcher coats and put it on me, and I'd just say I'm a doctor or whatever. But everybody out there, what would you wear? Well, if you had to go to this party, but you had to be in costume, what would you be? Heidi says, I've always been a witch. Haven't been to many Halloween parties as an adult. Me neither, buddy. Me neither. Um, I don't know if I could go to one. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh my, Hellstone, love that. I want a wench T-shirt from Renfest. Oh, okay, so we're doing the wenches. Okay, so y'all being the wench, and I'd be one of them kings. Big fat belly sitting there eating a turkey leg. Oh yeah, absolutely. Enjoying the jousting and all that kind of stuff. Rent fairs are pretty cool. I like them. They're pretty decent. How about anybody else? Cindy, what would you dress up as? Michelle's going to be a hippie. That's interesting. Patrick, if you're in the room, what are you going to dress up as? Cindy, how about you? Joe, how about you? If you want to share it. Like Heidi said, she hasn't been to a party as an adult. I think I went to one or two, and that had to be, oh my goodness, over 30 years ago, 33 years ago. That's when I was married, and I haven't been to one since. And I don't even know if adults have Halloween parties anymore. Ha ha! All right, Cindy, you go, girl. Cindy would love to be Bigfoot. That's cool as hell. Yeah. Or yeah, do it. There you go. Being a Bigfoot. You know, oh, I just came up with an idea for me. Maybe I could be like a cryptid type of person, like the Wolfman, or who knows? Who knows? But not Bigfoot. There's too much hair, and it'll probably be a warm October evening, and I'll probably be sweating to death. So I don't think I could possibly do that. Maybe an alien. That would be tall like that. I forget. They're Nordsmen, whatever. I don't know. Heidi says also one or two maybe. I took my kids trick or treating and dressed up. Ah, as a witch, Heidi? Did you dress up as a witch? I remember taking my son out all the time, and he just had a lot of fun. And I still don't remember what his costumes are. It was like kind of crazy, but he would get so much candy, and his mother would have to take all the Reese's cups. She did. She stole all the Reese's cups off him. I was like, what are you doing to the poor kid? Why are you taking all his Reese's cups? Because she says she likes them. I said, well, don't you think our son might like Reese's cups? She goes, too bad. So what I would do, and I honestly did this, what I do is go out and buy one of the little 10-pack, of Reese's cups, and then I'll put it in his candy bag, which was a pillowcase. Yeah, I know how that is. Yep, a witch, but that was so many years ago. LOL. Yeah, that is so wrong. But what I did was I would pick up some. What would I do? I'd pick him up a little packet of 10 Reese's cups, and I would sneak it into his Halloween bag. Is what I would do. I thought that would be pretty cool. Joe says a girl I had a huge crush on. I heard she had a Halloween party at her house that I didn't go to. She was dressed as Cleopatra. This question made me think of that. I'm still depressed I didn't see that. Oh, like Heidi says, true. And River comes back and says, when I used to go, I was once a scarecrow, and then when my son was little, I used to answer the door as a pirate one year. And then Guinevere from King Arthur. Oh wow, that's pretty interesting. Did anyone ever keep pictures of their Halloween costumes that they were in? Anybody? I know I don't. I know I did. But listen, it is at the 30 minute mark, and what I'm going to do is throw out a couple commercials, and we'll be back. Um, so if you have to go to the bath, smoke a cigarette, get something to drink, go ahead. But we will be back, hopefully within 2 minutes. And we'll throw this one on for the girls. Yep.
Welcome to the Outer Realm with Michelle DeRoche and Amelia Pisano. Airing live on the United Public Radio Network, 105.3 FM in New Orleans.
When they are consuming your minds and your thoughts and your dreams, from the angels to the demons and to the mysteries unseen, there is no need to worry. There is no need for dread. It's just time to discuss the thing at the foot of the bed.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the second part of Into the Night with me, Sean Kelly. I want to thank UPRN Talk Radio, 105.3 New Orleans, 107.7 Mississippi, for allowing me to give you a couple hours during the week, Sundays and Tuesday nights, 1 hour apiece, 8:10 to 9:10 p.m. So Sunday nights are my laid back, relaxing days, but Tuesday night is when I get into the more deeper part with cryptids, UFOs, aliens. If anybody out there wants to give me any ideas on what you would like me to discuss about, just send me a message and we can talk about it. River says, well, back to the show. We were talking at Halloween Fun Night. There was 2 weeks of nastiness in the world. So I figure, why not end the week on a nice, relaxing and fun night? So that's why it's called Halloween Fun Night. In the first half part of the show, we discussed, where would you go if you were a ghost? What would you do? What would you do if you were a ghost, and where would you go? Joe Fox says, River says, yes, I did, especially with my son Noah. That's cool. So that's, whenever she would, and I also asked the question, where would you If you had to go to a Halloween party, what would you dress up as? If you had to go to this party and you had to be in costume, what would you be? Joe Fox says, truth be known, I still hold a candle for her 40 years later. And that's okay, buddy. And that's okay. Um, and I hold candles for a lot of people. I really do. And whenever I get to decide, not during church services, but whenever I get the opportunity just to go into church and sit down, um, I'll light a couple candles for people. Joe Fox says, Sean, your show absolutely flies right by. I know, Joe, it does, you know. And Squatsman says, stopping in to say, hey, brother to you, Mr. Squatsman. Good to see you. I'm glad you stopped in. It does fly by fast. It really, really does. And it's because it's a good show. I can't be more honest than that. And it's not so much a good show, but it's all the good people that I have in my chat room tonight. Like I told about 3 weeks ago, I said, oh, I got my angels in my room. Everybody's an angel that comes in. Heidi says, I have lit candles for people too. Hold space for them, which is great. And it's good to know the hold candles for people. It really is. All right. Okay. Now, let's see. We got about 20 some minutes left. So I am going to give us some Halloween questions. Okay. And they're not multiple choice, so you're going to have to put on your thinking cap. What dance was allegedly a graveyard smash that caught on in a flash? Do 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 do. What dance was allegedly a graveyard smash and it caught in a flash? Monster, good job, Joe. Joe got it right. Monster Mash. Awesome. Okay, that was a little too hard. Okay, here's another one. Who is the main villain in the horror franchise named after this holiday? Who's the main villain? Michelle got it right. Heidi got it right. But this question is, who is the main villain in the horror franchise named after this holiday? Any guesses? His name is Michael Myers. Yeah, Michael Myers. Halloween. Jason, nice try. Nice try, Michelle. Okay. Oh, here's a good one for the Headless Horseman. No, Joe, it was Michael Myers. Yes. Halloween. Halloween was a scary movie then. The Headless Horseman. Oh, Michael Myers. Oh. What? Okay, check this out now. This is what character was unsurprisingly the most popular Halloween costume of 2023? What character was unsurprisingly the most popular Halloween costume of 2023? Okay, the answer is no, not Beetlejuice. Not Trump. Not Trump. Good guess. Keep going. I'll give you another 10 seconds. Would you believe it was Barbie? That was the most popular Halloween costume of 2023. Was Barbie. Okay. What are the first names of the Sanderson sisters in Hocus Pocus? Squid Game thing. Heidi. Oh, she goes, stupid game thing. Oh, that's Squid Game thing. Okay. No, not Harry Potter. Um, but what are the first names of the Sanderson sisters in Hocus Pocus? Okay, I know I'm making y'all think. Uh, Winifred, Mary, and Sarah. Yeah, it was a good movie. Oh, you never watched movies? I'm sorry, Heidi. Okay. Um, Here's a one question. Which famous person, Winifred and Mary? Yes, Michelle. Very good, girl. I can't think of the third one. I can't think of the third one. I just watched it with my grandkids. Let's see. Sarah. Sarah was the third one, Michelle. Which famous person died on Halloween? Was it Audrey Hepburn, Aretha Franklin, Edgar Allan Poe, or Harry Houdini? Your choices are Audrey Hepburn, Harry Houdini, Aretha Franklin, or Edgar Allan Poe. 10 seconds. It was Harry Houdini. It was Harry Houdini. Very good, Heidi. Very good. Oh, Cindy got it. Harry Houdini. Yes. Yes, he was. Boy, I got a lot of very good people. Smart people. Here's a good one. Check this out. True or false? True or false? Check this out. The Halloween tradition of bobbing for apples stemmed from a courting ritual. Is that true or false? The Halloween tradition of bobbing for apples stemmed from a courting ritual. Would it be true or false? Michelle Desiree just told this story. Hey, Rhonda, good to see you, hon. Good to see you. Can't wait to Friday. I'm looking forward to that. The Halloween tradition of bobbing for apples stemmed from a courting ritual. True or false? Drew got it right. Joe got it right. It was true. Here we go. This should be an easy one for everybody. Why are black cats associated with Halloween? Why are black cats associated with Halloween? Hmm. Yeah, start thinking, guys. In medieval Europe, it was believed that devils and witches could disguise as black cats. Familiars, yes. Same thing, hiding familiars. Okay. I'm trying to find some good, easy ones here. Halloween originated in Ireland. True or false? Yes. Rhonda got that right. True. Yes, Heidi. True. Yes, it did. Luck of the Irish. There you go. True, true. Yeah, very good. Okay. All Hallows Eve. Yes, Joe. Yep. Jack-o'-lanterns used to be made from onions. True or false? See, that's great minds think alike there, Miss Hell. False. Joe says false. Stoney says false. Very good. They used to be made from turnips or potatoes. Yes, did that in Ireland. Um, Hold on, let me get some more clues. Come on, guys, come on. Okay, approximately how many years does Halloween date back? No, you ain't gonna get this. 2,000 years ago. Here's another true or false. The night before Halloween has different names depending on where you live. Yeah, many years ago they're hiding, yes. Here in America, we call it Devil's Night, where I live. The night before Halloween, we call it Devil's Night. Um, Other places call it Mischief Night. And I don't know, Snap Apple Night? I don't know, that was weird. Which U.S. state produces the most pumpkins? Which U.S. state produces the most pumpkins? I'll just say this, it's out in the Midwest. It begins with the letter I. I can give you a lot of secrets there. No, not Nebraska. Illinois. You got it, Rhonda. Illinois. Halloween originated from an ancient blank festival. Idaho. No, Rhonda got it right. It was Illinois, guys. Halloween originated from an ancient blank festival. You got it, Joe. Very good. Celtic. Joe got it right. Celtic. Um, okay, here's something I never knew. The fear of Halloween is known as Samhainophobia. True or false? The fear of Halloween is known as. Very good, Joe. Very good, Rhonda. Joe, good job. Sweet. Never knew there was a phobia for that. See if we can get any more here. A city in Canada banned kids older than 16 from trick or treating. True or false? Right, true. You're right, Heidi. Yes, ma'am. Okay, and we get one more question. Uh, okay, one more question here. The one more question, and we're just going to have to close up shop, unfortunately. But jack o' lanterns are literally named after a guy named Jack. True or false? It is true. Um, According to a 17th century Irish legend, his name was Stingy Jack, was a cranky old man who tricked the devil into doing a number of things. There you go, Rhonda. You got it. Rhonda kicking ass. Hey, Mr. Vogel, good to see you. Awesome sharing time. Thank you, Stony. Okay, last question of the evening, and then we got to go. What is everybody's favorite? What is everybody's favorite candy to get on Halloween? Mine is Reese's Cups. What's everybody else's? Nah, Rhonda got it. Reese's. Reese's. Oh, God, candy corn, Joe, go home. Oh, Hershey bars for Cindy. Candy corn. Oh, my God, dude. Okay. Still love you, Joe, but candy corn got to go. But listen, it was a great show tonight. Thank you for stopping by. If you can, please share this with your friends. Children, if you can, please, 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 please go to your parents, give them a hug, and tell them that you love them. And parents, please go to your children and give them a hug and tell them that you love them. And if you have no parents and if you have no children, find somebody and give them a hug and tell them that you love them. Those 3 words, I love you, go a long way. This Friday night, I'm doing an investigation with Rhonda, who you saw in the room up in Conneaut, PA. I'm looking forward to that. But everybody, thank you for a great show tonight. And I will definitely see you all on Tuesday. I don't know what this show's going to be about, but there's definitely going to be a show Tuesday. And I want to thank everybody for contributing to the answers in the room. On that note, good night, happy hunting, stay safe and sweet.